we have seen. Dystrophic calcification, or we can say painful scar, or we can say incisional hernia. So all these are the major complications if the wound is remained untreated or neglected, or all these factors the physicians or surgeons they neglect and they do not purposely look through it. So this is the important criteria which I just wanted to highlight. And if you are having any queries regarding this or any questions, you can ask. Thank you so much all the organizers for giving me the opportunity to share my views on the same subject. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your valuable session. Ma'am, there are some questions in chat box. Can we just hear it?
Yes. Can you just read the questions? I am not able to see the chat box. Okay. Yeah. From where do you get honey? Please share the contact, as nowadays pure honey is very difficult to get. No, we just send patient to the medical. Clearly, we tell them, we prescribe them, because we are having daily OPD of 150 to 200 patients in our hospital. Being a government medical college, it is very difficult to see that patient has brought pure honey, but the distributors which they give any honey which patient will bring from the medical shop, we use it. In last year, one of our students, she brought honey. I hope that it was pure honey, she told me, from one market seller, and we use that, but it gives us very good result. As I told you, what material you use is very having less important, but how you treat that wound is very much important as per my perspective. Do we really need using H2O2? No, we do not use H2O2 in each and every patient, but there is a huge slough even after debridement or debridase ointment. Many times we use debridase ointment. If the tissue is not getting sloughed off, then also, if only required, we use hydrogen peroxide. Otherwise, every time it is not necessary. Only normal saline or pure Dettol solution also works very well if you are not having anything in your OPD. We also use one thing I forgot. We used to do Triphala Quath Dhawan, Prana Dhawan with Triphala Quath, and the wound which was not getting healed, it got contracted very well. Then in many patients we use in our OPD Prana Dhawan with Panchavalkal Quath. So what we use for Dhawan, we do not just wash that wound. Nowadays we are using the sanitizer spray. So that spray bottle we use for this Vrana Dhawan, we just pour that quath in the sterile spray bottle, and we just spray that quath, Panchavalkal quath or Triphala quath, over the wound bed, and then we dress that wound. So that is also giving very nice results to us. How increased blood sugar level decreases speed of healing according to Ayurveda? See, in Ayurveda there is no any reference of increased blood sugar level and all that. So increased blood sugar level is nothing to do with Ayurveda. So Ayurveda के हिसाब से अगर आपको विचार करना है तो Ayurveda के हिसाब से ही करो. I just have observed if patient is having sugar which is uncontrolled over around 180 or 210 post meal, then the wound will take a little more time to heal. In many patients who are diabetic, we profusely use the dressing with insulin. So we tell them to control their sugars with their concerned physician's advice, and we dress their wound with the help of insulin. So we just soak the gauze in the insulin and we apply that insulin medicated gauze over that wound, and you won't believe it gives very nice results, in especially the diabetic wounds. Yes, we while doing alepas, is there need to sterilize the churnas? See, when we tell patients to bring from the market or medical shops or Ayurvedic shops, if the churna is not in fine form, our postgraduate students or all of us, we just make it fine with the help of sea, and very fine churna you want to use, you have to use for alep purpose. So if it is in good fine form, then it will not irritate that wound, or patient will not feel irritation. So fineness is very important, and of course if it is sterilized, that is always good for the wound care management. And even if you are applying the fine churnas in the form of paste with the lukewarm water or honey, it will not affect that wound, because already we have cleaned that wound, we have taken care, and next day immediately we will call the patient for next dressing, so it will not harm too much to that particular wound bed. And you will come to know immediately in the next sitting, so that if it is getting going to be suitable for that patient or not, accordingly you can change the medicine also. Is there need in the chronic fissure to exercise the wound bed, or Satyadi Basti will do? See, in chronic fissure, when the excess fibrosis is there, or fissure bed is little bit indurated, in first few days we can use this Satyadi Tail Basti, Yashti Madhu Tail Gudapuran, or any type of Ayurvedic or medicated ointment you can apply. But even if we apply these local ointments or local medicines, if the patient is suffering through the chronic constipation, because basically why fissure occurs and why it recurs, because of constipation, because of hard stool. So if the constipation is not going to be treated, if patient is passing hard stool again and again, if he is not following the proper diet that we tell him, then that hard stool is going to tear the mucosa again and again, and patient will have bleeding streaked with stool. So we should strictly follow see that the patient is following the criteria or these instructions that we are giving him regarding the diet. And if constipation persists, then no any medication will work in case of anal fissure. So if you will rule out that constipation properly, the fissure is going to heal. If the fissure bed is very much chronic, very much indurated, hardened, then in that case, if after application of local ointments or giving Gatyadi Tel Basti also it is not going to heal, then you can go for Shastra Karma. Which Kshar Tel or Kshar Sutra you used in your treatment? Actually, we prepare Kshar Sutra at our institute with the help of Apamarga Kshar, Snohi Kshir and Haridra, as it is mentioned in the text. So 11 coatings of Snohi Kshir, 7 coatings of Apamarga Kshar and 3 coatings of Haridra, and we prepare this medicated thread and use it for our treatment purpose in Kshar Sutra. For Kshara Varti also we use the same. Kshar Tel we use from the market, and even if we found that it is very strong, we just dilute it with plain Tir Tel. So 2 parts of Tir Tel and 1 part of Kshar Tel, we make it in a solution and then we push it inside the cavity or sinus tract. And in many patients, after using this Kshar Sutra, even I have observed that the patients are getting very much burning sensation, or they are getting irritated because of pain and burning because of this Kshar Sutra. In that case, what I did is, I just mixed an aloe vera gel in the mixture and I applied over that Kshar Sutra. So, as all of us we know that Kumari Bhedini Shita Tikta Netra Rasayani. So, aloe vera gives fantastic results in healing of the wound. Also, it binds that particular Apamarga Kshar, and the efficacy of the Kshar Sutra is increased. It gives very good results. The irritation is lessened, and also the healing is faster. In diabetic non-healing wound, can Jalaukavacharan be used? Or are there any contraindications in non-healing wounds where Jaloka should not be used? See, basically there is a lecture on the leech application. You will come to know by Dr. Reddy in the next consecutive days in the same series. So he will highlight on these aspects. But according to my observations, if the patient is on anticoagulant drugs, like he is taking aspirin and all that, Ecosprin, in that case we should not apply Jaloka immediately. We should stop these drugs prior to the treatment, 4 to 5 days. Then we have to apply the leech Jalokas, and then again you can start. Or you can just do Siraved, just see the results in the first sitting and then decide whether to go for next sitting or not. Or think of different modalities of the treatment that you can use for the healing of the wound. How should we choose for dressing between Grita and Tailor? You can choose any option. See, if the patient is of Pitta Prakriti, it is always better to go for Grita. So Grita is indicated for Pitta, Taila is indicated for Vata. So accordingly you can use. What kind of diet you suggest? I just at the end I focused on the diet and I told in detail what type of diet you have to do for. For nutrition also I just told you the diet is very much important. Best nutritional diet, malnutrition, nutritional deficiencies have a recognizable impact on wound healing. And the nutrients including proteins, carbohydrates, glutamine or fatty acids, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, copper, zinc, iron, all they are playing significant roles in the wound healing. So fats and carbohydrates, they provide, as I told you, the majority of the energy pockets required for the wound healing. Then glucose is the most important source of fuel, and as I told you, glucose is very important as it provides the energy for angiogenesis or collagen formation or deposition of new tissues. So as the nutritional needs of each and every patient and their associated wounds are complex, it is always suggested that this balanced nutritional support is going to be beneficial definitely in the acute condition also and the chronic stage of the wound healing also. So post-operative infection, how to think and use. Post-operative infection, regarding what, I am not clear what you want to ask. Post-operative infection, see, when the post-operative wound, if you are taking care of the wound properly, if you are dressing the wound properly, there are no chances of infection at all. And if proper nutritional support, proper medicinal support, proper dressing is not done, then in that case there are chances of infection post-operatively. And if there is little bit tenderness, redness or inflammation or purulent discharge from the intermittent gaps of the sutures post-operatively, in that case you can just think of the post-operative infection which is getting occurred at that site, and you have to take care of that. In Char Sutra preparation, how much coating of aloe vera gel? See, what I do is, there are no as such limited coatings of aloe vera gel. Many times we prepare Char Sutra with a mixture of Apamarga Char, Snohi Kheer, aloe vera gel and Haridra. So we just coat that mixture for 8 days on the plain thread. That's it. And one coating for 1 day. Make it dry completely and then use it. After 8 days it is ready. Better that you will sterilize that Char Sutra and then use it in the cases. Then it will give you again more good results. How should we choose for dressing between? Yeah, I just answered this. Can we add some dravya orally? Orally also, yeah, we give, many doctors or surgeons, they prescribe anti-inflammatory, antibiotic to prevent the post-operative infections. You can give. I have no objection on giving the medicine. I just wanted to tell you that even if you will not give any medicine to the patient, the wound is going to heal on its own. Only the thing that we have to take care is the wound should not get infected. And we have to take care in terms of dressing and its proper cleaning or toileting. Is there any other option or any guide for practitioner to go there and learn wound management? See, there are multiple books, n number of books on wound management or wound care. You can go through them, or there are various webinars or conferences, seminars on wound chapters or wound topic going on. You can attend them, and it is a part of experience. So 12 years experience which gave me a lot. It is nothing but a very much important role that you have to be very skilled in terms of the all aspects when treating the patient. Not only in case of wound dressing and all that, but whenever you treat the patient, experience makes an important role. So बहुत सारे नंबर्स में बहुत सारे ज़्यादा सारे पेशेंट्स आप जितने देखोगे, जितने ट्रीट करोगे, खुद देखोगे, खुद उनकी केयर लोगे, खुद ड्रेसिंग करोगे, ना ज़्यादा आपका एक्सपीरियंस खुद का बढ़ेगा. सो इट इज माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. Sharvarti should be used unless and until you get a good results and underlying cavity is going to heal. You will come to know with the help of probe or with the help of your finger, with the help of gauze, you will come to know, or with the help of length of Sharvarti which you will insert inside, that on the first day it was going 5 centimeters inside, but after 10 days, 12 days, now it is going only 2 centimeters inside. That means underlying cavity is going to be filled, going to be healed completely. So gradually underlying cavity or granulation tissue will come on the top surface, and you will come to know that the cavity is getting healed, and accordingly you can reduce the use of Sharvarti, or you can prolong its duration of application. So suppose you are using Sharvarti once a week, you can just tell patient to have it twice a week, or after 4 days you are calling the patient, you can tell them to come after 7 days, and accordingly you can change the duration. So I hope the queries are clear. Even if you have any queries or questions, you can take my number, you can contact me anytime. I am just clear that I will not have too much expert knowledge regarding this, but I just try to clear myself whatever experiences I have in my OPD, whatever clinically, practically we do, that I shared with you today. Because theoretical aspects you will get in any book, but what is going on in the society, in the medical practice is more important rather than reading in the books. So I just congratulate this Shreyas E-Learning Academy for choosing this good platform to propagate our Ayurveda and to make the practitioners aware regarding all these different treatment modalities, and taking this good chapter or topic of runner for discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, madam. We are highly obliged that you accepted our invitation, and eagerly accepting it, you actually gave a very nice presentation on all the treatment modalities. It is very important for all the practitioners to know what is going on, what clinical trials are being conducted in colleges as well, and a large number of patient data can be collected in this way. It was a very nice, informative lecture, and all the treatment modalities that you shared will be used by us in the near future as well. I again thank you from Shreyas E-Learning Academy for accepting the invitation, and looking forward to a great lecture from you very soon in the near future. Thank you very much, madam. Again, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. I hereby declare that the meeting is over. We'll meet tomorrow again for our next session. 8 p.m. Thank you.